Hello, my name is Sarah Ashley. I'm one of the instructional designers with the Biomedical and Health Sciences campus of Rutgers University. We moved from Angel to Moodle 1.9 in 2012, and this fall we are upgrading to Moodle 2.8. When we transitioned from Angel to Moodle, we realized that some detailed forum reporting was lost, and our faculty needed those kinds of detailed reports for tracking participation and activity in their forums. So we developed a plugin, a report plugin for Moodle 1.9, where it currently resides, and as we decided to move to 2.8, we realized we needed to rewrite the plugin for Moodle 2.8. So just to give you a background and where we are headed, the report plugin shows the user's name and then total number of posts, which ones are topic posts, which ones are peer replies, and then some metrics on the average ratings and number of ratings. When you click on the student's name, it takes you to the page where the student's posts for that forum are gathered, and you have the qualitative data here where you can give a grade to the student using the menu, and you can easily see which one is the topic post, like the beginning, the discussion post, and also had the word count. So while waiting for the 2.8 release, we came up with a workaround using the Configurable Report plugin, where we had the students' names, the initial post, and they wanted to know the time that the initial post was made, as well as the peer replies, and then therefore the total number of posts. Clicking on the student's name takes you to the student's post page, where all the posts for that forum are gathered, and then you can grade the student's post on that page if grading has been enabled for that forum. So what do you need to create this report? The Configurable Report plugin is available in the Moodle.org plugins database. So you would download this plugin. One other plugin that's useful is also the Moodle Adminer, which shows you your database tables for your Moodle site, and then you have to have admin rights to install it. If you don't have admin rights, you need to go to your Moodle admin for them to install it for you, and they might refuse it because when you have to write a query, if it's not written well, you can slow down the database of the whole Moodle site and thereby take away valuable resources by other processes that need to use the database. So it's important to write a good query, and once you do have the block installed, you add it to your course, and then you go to manage your reports and then add a new report. To develop the report that I've created, you need to set the type to be a SQL report. After you have added the report, it brings you to the page where you have your SQL Query Window, and this is where you would type up the MySQL query. If you do not know how to write it, don't be afraid. At the bottom of this page, there's a link to SQL contributed reports by the Moodle community, and you can pick some of those reports to use in your own site. Now, what is a select query? Well, you have these basic building blocks of a query. You select something from a particular table based on a condition where this ID or this information matches something else, and then you get your report. So let's assume that this report here is grabbing information from information A and B from table 1, information B and C from table 2, and then D and A from table 3. How is this information relevant? Well, first of all, you need to find out which course you need the forum report from. So you need your course ID, and then which forums in the course do you need reports for? You have to write those IDs down, and who should be part of the report. Okay, what should the report show? It's going to show student names, and so you would need the role of a student in a course. So you need the role ID and then the context of the course. So these are the fields or the columns of our report that we need, and the table from the database that contains the information. Okay, so here we have to now look at the different pieces of the query. The first part is the select piece of it. So we are saying we want to select the user's first name, the last name, and then we want to grab the initial posts, count those posts, the time that it was posted, and all that information. That's part of the select piece of it. And now the from piece is telling the query where to grab the information from. So which tables in the database do we need to grab the information from? So you gather that information as well. And the Moodle adminer block helps you to identify the tables and write down the correct names of it. Then you come to the where clause of it, the where condition. This is what helps you narrow down the information to a specific criteria, so that only the records that match this criteria are pulled into your report. Otherwise, you're going to have everything from the database coming into your report. You don't want that. Okay, so after you have set up your conditions, then you may probably want to sort it based on a particular order. So you can say, okay, give my result set and sort it by the last name in ascending order, and then maybe by the time of the posting of each discussion, so that it orders it in a particular way for you. After you've created your report, you can do various other things to it. For instance, you can set permission as to who can view it. So you go to the permissions tab, and then you select from the menu who should have access to this report within the course. Okay, so you can restrict it and keep it secure if you don't want everyone to have access to it. Once you've created your first report, you can then, the teacher can duplicate the report and create it for other forums in the course. So you would come to the Manage Reports page and then use the duplicate icon to duplicate the report, change the name of it, and then for the subsequent forums that you need, just change the forum ID in the query. And then you've created, reports for other things. You don't only create a SQL report with this plugin. You don't have to always write code. There are other types of reports that you can use. And so, for instance, here I've given an example of a simple course report where I am pulling the course title and then looking at completion tracking to see if completion tracking has been turned on in the course. And that I just did by picking from the drop-down menu. I didn't write any code at all. Okay, and then you restrict it using a condition, which you can also pull down from a menu and select. So you don't always have to write a query. You can use some of the options that are built into the plugin. So I hope that you would find this report useful in your own courses, and please go take a look in the course that was created for this presentation, and you'll find the queries that I used pasted there. You can copy and paste into your query, and I have some information on how to write a basic query, and also some links to very useful plugins for generating reports such as this. If you have any questions, please post in the discussion forum that is in the course, and I look forward to discussing more about the Configurable Reports plugin with you. Good luck with it, and thank you so much for your attention.